Hi everyone, I'm Rajan Chaudhary. Today I will talk about view trading as a score in points and not in money. Really, what I am saying is follow your time tested rules, which you have complete belief in. And forget about everything else. How can you do that when it's money we are trading with? Use some imagination. Pretend it's not money, but simply a game you are playing, and your account represents points scored. Stop counting dollars every time the market moves, and start concentrating on following your rules flawlessly. When you can operate on this level, not only do your profits soar over the long run, but it takes away all the stress of trading. Think about it. No more are you watching the cards intraday thinking, wow, I have just made enough to buy a new car. Oh, I have just lost my holiday money. This kind of trading is emotionally draining. No one can succeed like this. This was me in my early days. I would be so down when I checked my codes during the day only to find I had lost $500. And the next day, when I found I was up by $500, I was the life and soul of the party. Even if I could have made a success by trading this way, I wouldn't have enjoyed it and I would have given up. Nowadays, with my low risk, low high reward trading system, I check the charts at the end of the day in 5 minutes and that's it. I simply ask myself, should I buy, sell, or hold according to my rules? I give myself 10 seconds to answer and do what has to be done. I am not a trader anymore, but a rule follower. That's how I feel. Why do you think I have so much time to write? Reading market. Reading market wizards. I and I. It was a prominent feature I noticed with all top traders. They never saw the market as a cash box, but simply as a way of operating a business. The name of the business was to follow their rules. And you know one thing? And score the points. It's not possible to become a top trader if you view every tick in the market as money lost and gained. If making and losing money leads to emotional distress and joy, and emotions are one of the most potent destroyers of successful trading, then common sense dictates that in order to be a highly successful trader, you must eliminate all emotion from trading. How is this done? Easy, follow the rules. How do you follow your rules? Make it the most important element in your trading. One more thing, forget about the money. That will take care of itself. It's all about those rules and how well you can follow them. If you ever just read one book on the stock market, then please let it be. How I Made by Nicholas Darvas. I love this book so much because when you have read it as much time as I have, 50 plus, you begin to realize how well this guy turned his trading around from an emotional losing trader into a robotic, disciplined, money generating machine. What made this success possible? Apart from the user accepting complete responsibility, developing a system that fitted him, planning his trades, and lots of initial groundwork. The real reason he made so much money was because he never counted the money in the general sense. He had a set of rules, and when it flashed a buy, he placed on a percentage of his capital. It made no difference whether it was $5,000 or $50,000, it was all the same to him. He stopped counting money and flawlessly followed his rules. If I could just describe a section that had profound effect on my trading. In one trade, Darvas bought $350,000 of a share at 53 1 by 2 dollars. The share then climbed to over $100 and his broker telegrammed him with the message. Profits now $250,000. Darvas now realized that whilst he had been so busy concentrating on following his rules, he has forgotten all about the paper profits building up. When he received the telegram, he now knew if he sold out, he would be rich for life. This was the 1950s. Every fiber in his body was saying, sell, abandon your rules and take the profit. So he walked around Paris trying to work and what to do. Questions and thoughts such as will the share fall back? Should I sell and take the share profit? Shall I just break my rules this one time? Kept repeating themselves time and time again. Finally, he decided not to sell and to stick with his rules. It was anything but easy to do. What he was proved right. In the weeks ahead, the share continued to rise. And making that decision to stick to his rules, he was able to hold on and make much more profit. Had he have constantly been calculating his trades on a day-to-day basis in money terms, I doubt he would have had the nerve to stay in so long. Amazing story and one definitely worth reading. You see how theory is all very well. Every trader worth his salt knows the Wall Street saying, cut your losses, let your profit run, trade with the trend, blah 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 blah. But it is another ball game to do this in the heat of battle. Time and time again, when I enter a trade, I went to bend the rules. Just this one time. But I have gathered enough experience to realize I can never break my rules. Not one trade can be the exception. I have learned to do this by counting in terms of points scored and not money. What separates the winners from the losers? It's certainly not knowledge. I believe what really separates winners from losers is the ability to follow your rules without exception, regardless of the circumstances. Very few traders have the discipline to do this. I hope that by watching this video, habits of a highly successful trader, you can act beyond the glitches. Let your profit run. Cut your losses. Follow your rules. And some of the wrong ones. You can never go broke taking a profit. Buy a good stock and forget about it. Buy low and sell high. Successful trading goes well beyond ancient quotes and sayings. Profitable trading is both very simple yet paradoxically very difficult. Explain? It's very simple in that if you can develop a system that fits your personality and have the discipline to follow it, that's all you need in order to be a winner. But look at it this way, 95% of people who try trading lose. So it can't be that easy. Most people lose because they do the simple things wrong. They don't have a plan, a system, beg for tips, and never get to know how to trade successfully. Like any profession, some people can adopt much quicker than others. But I am convinced anyone who wants to be a successful trader can be. I take it if you have had the persistence to read all the books all the way through, then trading must hold some interest to you. And I congratulate you on putting in more effort than 95% of other people will. So, guys, if you want to look at a winning system, then I urge you to go to the websites and see what they offer. Once you become familiar with the system, you will have to follow the habits so as to develop the rock solid discipline to follow it. When you can do this, the good results will follow. Thank you for taking the time to watching this video, and whichever path you take, I wish you the best of luck. And please be very careful. The answer will not be found by following tips and black boxes, although many will try to convince you otherwise. Thank you so much, guys. Be happy.